Hello and welcome to my introductory video of evoHUD Plus. That's a mod by myself, Knobkins, a mod of the excellent evoHUD original by KenKen. Unfortunately, KenKen is no longer able to help with the development of evoHUD Plus, so I thought I may as well release the alpha version of evoHUD Plus so that people can at least make some use of it, and hopefully my work is not all wasted. Now, all I'm going to do is show you the KenKen 620R round Brands hatch with my HUD working, and then at the end I'll show you where the config files are, the widget files are, and a couple of keyboard shortcuts that will help you quickly change settings and reload them so that you can quickly configure up the HUD the way you want to. The long-term plan for evoHUD Plus was to have an in-game GUI to allow you to adjust the position of all the widgets and to choose the options for each one. But I'm not sure if we will ever get that far, unfortunately, now that KenKen support for evoHUD Plus is no longer available. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope it's some use as well. Here we go.
Green, green, green. Left side. Clear. On your left. Hold your line. All clear. Car left. Still there. Clear left. Brake temperatures are good. The tires are now at optimum temperature.
It's a bit hectic right now.
On your left.
Hopefully,
Left.
when it calms
Clear
down,
left. Watch your left.
I'll
Keep
give you a
right.
little talk about some of the changes over
Still there.
the base evoHUD. Oh,
3 wide.
Oh.
You're on the right. Clear. All
still
clear.
going.
Car left. On your left. Watch your left. Clear. Left side. Clear left. On your left. All clear. Watch your left. Clear left. Clear right. Watch your right. Still there. Clear right. Car left. Clear.
Oh, getting contact from the AI. Right, let's calm down a little. So, quick rundown of the major changes. Top middle, we now have the session info widget. Tells you the session, how long it's got left, any laps, your position, and most importantly, the time of day as it is right now on your computer. I found that very useful. On the left we now have a coloured leaderboard top left. That's configurable. You can change whether it's relative to the leader or relative to the driver in front or behind.
Hold your line. Clear left.
We've also got the track map, which now has an optional 3 characters of the surname displayed next to the car number. At the bottom we have the improved
Right
tyre
side.
temperatures widget.
Right side. All clear.
It's now colour coded
Car left. Left
to show you how close
Keep
to
right.
optimal tyre temperatures we are at.
Keep
Purple is optimal, blue is cold, red is
right.
hot.
Still there. Clear.
And also we have the brake temperatures just next to it. Currently almost red, a bit too hot. Now, you might ask, how do we know what the optimals are? We don't just guess at them. Well, in time trial mode, when your car goes out on track, the tyres and the brakes are at optimal temperature. So we use time trial mode to collate that data, and then we can then display accurate references to whether the tyres or brakes are at optimal temperature to the driver. On the right hand side now you can see the pitboard widget.
Watch your left. Watch your left. Clear left.
Now bottom left corner, we have the improved
Left side. Watch your
fuel
left. Clear.
info widget.
Car right.
It shows the
Keep left.
fuel left,
Clear.
how many laps you can do, an estimate to how long you can drive for. It shows the last lap fuel usage and an average fuel usage.
Clear right.
Default is an average over 3 laps, but that is all adjustable.
Car right. On your
Right.
right. Watch your
You've seen
right.
me drive for a little while.
Clear.
What I want to do now is show you where the config files and the widgets are, and show you how to quickly adjust the setting in-game, even without the GUI that I hope to write.
On your
So let's
right.
park up
Clear.
and show you what I'm talking about.
Watch out. Yellow flag.
Okay. So, there's the config files. Automobilista plugins, evoHUD configs. When you first load the game and go out on track after installing evoHUD, you will get this default.nut file. That is the master file. If we look at that inside Notepad++, which is what I use, there's lots of options. So here's the leaderboard, the top left widget we were looking at. It's enabled, all sorts of other options. You'll have to look at what the options do yourself, but let's quickly change this to use full names to false and save that. So you can see right now we've got full names on there. Now if I press Alt and D, Alt and Delta twice, once brings up the debug window and forces the loading or reloading of the config files. Alt and D again to turn that off. Now you can see we're using first name rather, and surname, first initial and surname. Another quick option you might want to do, the shared settings are settings used across many widgets. If you want kilometers rather than miles an hour, change that to false. Control S to save it back into the widget. Press Alt D to load the debug window. We're now in kilometers an hour. Alt D again just to get rid of that debug window. So there we have it. That's a quick introduction to the config file. Now let's have a look at the widgets itself. There are all the separate widget files. We do have some information in the actual widget file as to what it does. So if you go right to the top, here's all the settings, the default settings, and hopefully the commented text in green will give you an idea of what those settings actually do. I say this is an alpha release. Use at your own risk, but I do hope you enjoy it, and please do give some feedback. I can't promise I will develop it any further. I would love to get the in-game GUI working so you could position all these widgets by using the mouse in-game without having to do anything else, and also change all the options. But it doesn't look like we're going to get that far. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy using evoHUD+.